एक बहुत ही ट्रेंडिंग मुद्दा है, एक ट्रेंडिंग बात है जो बहुत सोशल मीडिया में चल रहा है और कहीं भी जाओ आपको भयंकर एड्स मिलेंगे और अभी ईयर एंड है और अगले साल की शुरुआत है तो आपको और बहुत सारा कुछ ऐसे प्रचार मिलेंगे। देखिए मैं किसी के खिलाफ नहीं हूँ, किसी के अगेंस्ट नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मैं बस आपको समझाना चाहता हूँ कि व्हाट इज़ हैपनिंग and the things that you need to know if you have such goals. Okay. The topic that I'm talking about is bodybuilding, gym, losing weight, that health wala part, healthy looking wala part. अच्छा, कहाँ से शुरू करूँ? क्योंकि मेरी जर्नी बहुत लंबी है इसमें। मैं सिंस 2004 4 से 3 से ऑन एंड ऑफ इसमें हूँ। 2009 में मैंने थोड़ा सीरियसली किया था लेकिन छोड़ दिया। लेकिन 2011 बाय द एंड ऑफ 2011 मैं सीरियसली इसमें घुस गया था और मैंने बहुत सही तगड़ी बॉडी बना ली थी। एंड देन आई हैड अ मैसिव एक्सीडेंट जिसमें मेरा लेफ्ट क्लेविकल बोन टूट गया था। टूटने के बाद जस्ट बैकग्राउंड में दे रहा हूँ, उसके बाद मैं कुछ भी एक्सरसाइज नहीं कर पा रहा था, मुझे टोटली छोड़ना पड़ा। बट एनीवे आई वाज कीपिंग अ ट्रैक ऑफ व्हाट ऑल थिंग्स आर progressing in this industry. Anyway, that's a little bit of background that I gave about myself. अब देखिए मैं आपको एक बात बताता हूँ। मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द पीपल नाउ इसके दो कैटेगरी है। पहला कैटेगरी फीमेल और दूसरा कैटेगरी मेल इन टर्म्स ऑफ जिम एंड बॉडी बिल्डिंग और ये सब जो है दैट द काइंड ऑफ figure or physique they aspire to have. Females, majority of them, who are into gym, I mean, who are into gymming and all, who go to gym on a daily basis. इनका actually their main thing, I mean, their focus is on losing weight. Majority of women, they join gym to burn fat, to lose weight. That's their goal. That's their goal. And that's all they want to do. Okay. So that's a different understanding. That's a different goal. Now, when we talk about men, there are men who are trying to lose weight or burn fat, but also want to look muscular. This video is going to be very important. This is nothing fancy, but you have to understand what you are chasing, what goal you are chasing. This is the major problem with 99% of people when it comes to bodybuilding, gym, or any kind of these healthy practices. You see, there are a lot of supplements that many companies offer, but you will see the user experiences of these supplements don't work. It's not good. Beside one or two things. Okay. What is the issue with this? If they are not working, why are they selling it and why are people buying it? All right. Now, there are researches that suggest and that confirms that these supplements are going to work. Okay. And still, there are people who take these supplements and it doesn't work. First, I will talk about women, what they are doing, where they are going wrong. Okay. So, when it comes to women, they don't want to look like a bodybuilder. They don't want to build a 24-inch bicep. They don't want to look that muscular because uh, they have this impression on their mind because if they look like, if they build up more muscles, they might end up looking like a man. Okay. So their structure is different, their goal is different. But here's the thing, Losing weight and burning fat is easier than building muscle. You need to understand this fact. Because if you want to lose weight and you want to burn fat, majority of the people, they actually don't focus on putting up muscles because that's what they have. They just want to chase one goal. They want to burn fat, they want to lose weight. The number should just go down and down and down. Okay, so they don't care about muscles because there is a science behind it. If you put on more muscle, then you will lose fat. But women, they don't focus on that. They just focus on one thing. I need to burn a lot of fat. I need to lose a lot of weight. So the only thing that is going to help them without taking any supplements or without taking any kind of performance enhancing drugs, they just need to play around with their diet. If they really want to see a massive result, if they really want to see something like losing weight quickly, then they have to stick, they have to adopt some new diets, especially if you want to see a good fall of weight. I mean, you want to burn a lot of fat and you want to drop a lot of weight. Keto helps you a lot in that terms. I'm not talking about the dirty keto. I'm talking about the clean keto. If you follow that, majority of the women, they will be satisfied with the result of them going to gym. They will have their figure in place the way they want to, the kind of figure that they aspire to have. Okay, that's their part. Okay, I'm not talking about fitness enthusiast. I'm not talking about those kind of ladies who want to build up muscles, who want to have some muscular physique figure. They have a different goal. And those influencers or fitness enthusiasts are not in majority. Okay, they are in minority. So we have to look at the majority, the goals of majority. What are they looking for? They are looking for to target that can help them, you know, get their weight down and help them burn a lot of fat. That's it. Simple. Nothing complicated. So when women get into those plans where trainer treat these women traditionally, as in you have to burn, you have to put on some muscles so that you continue to lose fat and you can maintain this and maintain that. This is where women don't find it helpful and they quit because the trainer has a different kind of a target altogether, a routine or a plan of execution. This doesn't align with majority of the women. They don't give a damn whether they get muscles or not. They just want to lose weight. They just want to lose fat, more precisely fat. Okay. So if you are into that, if you want to lose fat, then you must work on your diet. Nothing can help you. And the most important part is if you are in a state of mind wherein you just want to burn fat because you have an event to attend or a wedding to attend or you have to go someplace wherein you have to wear a dress that can fit your body, if that is your target and that's the reason you want to lose weight or you want to burn fat, then let me tell you something. You are going to be in a lot of problem because once you are done losing that weight, once you have achieved the target, if you cannot maintain that lifestyle, you are going to gain more than what you have lost. Here's why. Here's the psychological problem. Women don't understand because I have seen women who have lost 20 kilos, 30 kilos, 35 kilos with a dedicated diet and with a strict routine. But when they stopped it, they gained 40 kilos, 45 kilos. They became obese. The major problem is losing fat especially talking about losing weight and losing fat. It is entirely a lifestyle. It is entirely a choice. You have to adapt it. People force that choice on themselves for some time, and then when they achieve the target, they just go crazy. They overeat. Because majority of the times I have seen, being a psychologist, I have always seen people eating food as an emotional need rather than nourishment, rather than diet, rather than their macros and all, rather than survival. They eat because of emotional need. Majority of the people, you just see them eating something all the time they're eating something. They have to eat this in the morning, that in the evening, that in the afternoon, this, that, and all the nonsense that they eat. Every time I have seen, they just eat emotionally. They cannot control it. That's the problem. That's the major problem. You have to understand one specific thing. If you have any kind of physical goal, as in you have to achieve something, you must understand one important thing. That's a lifestyle, my friend. Irrespective of who you are, man or woman, this the kind of physique that you want, that can only come to you if you own a lifestyle, if you adopt a lifestyle. Never think that you are going to eat all the junk and you are going to look like the way you think you should look like. Goals. Your expectations don't meet reality just because you have poor judgment. You have to understand that. You cannot drink alcohol every day. You cannot eat junk every day and look like, you know, who has a very less fat content in their body. It cannot happen. Never. And trainers, instructors who tell you that, yes, you can do this, you can do that, please don't believe them. You have to understand the science. Here's the major problem. I'm not going to take names. I'm not going to say who all are doing it. But 99% of the people that you see virtually on social media are on performance enhancing drugs. They are on steroids. They build their body on steroids. They can take different types of steroids, but they have built their body on steroids. Nobody can walk up and say that, take my blood sample, take my urine sample, do all the necessary investigation that you want to do. Nobody is going to do that. Every single person is taking that. In fact, women fitness influencers, female fitness influencers are also taking T3 to lose weight. That's an harm. I'm not going to name anything, okay, because this is going to give tricks and this will work negatively because people don't want to understand the adverse effect of it. They just want a quick resolution and quick solution, quick fix, quick fix. I know what all things they take, but please understand, these celebrities who take it, they have a target to achieve. They have to get into a shape, a character, a role. If they are taking it, they have a panel of doctors and medical advisors who constantly work on them. There's a 24/7 monitoring happening for them. There are weekly blood report, weekly blood sample, urine sample. They collect all these things, and there are a shit ton of things that they go through. Only then they end up having that kind of a figure or a physique. Let me tell you something. The people that you see on social media who are 60 years old, 70 years old, who are not 70 is too much. I mean, yeah, there are certain examples. People who are at the age of 50 and 60, they have a body just like a professional bodybuilder, and they claim that they are not on steroids. This is the most, I mean, the greatest lie ever told, because you don't understand the mechanism. If you really want to understand that, then you have to study it. Majority of the people, they don't like to study things. They just want to absorb it from the superficial level, from the surface level, and they think like it is going to work. Yes, it is working. You know why supplements don't work? Why these the supplements that they claim that it should work, it doesn't work? Because majority of the people are insulin resistant. If you have insulin resistance, no supplement is going to give you that 100% effect, because it is not penetrating in your cells. The amount that it should penetrate, it is not penetrating in that level. It is just out of 100%, 1 or 2% is penetrating. How are you going to get the benefits out of it then? There is something that increases the vascularity. It's called citrulline. Okay, people take a lot. This is a supplement available everywhere. A lot of people complain about citrulline that it doesn't work. Oh, it doesn't work. That's bullshit. But the problem is the person who is taking it, he is insulin resistant. It is not going to work for those kind of people. And you take absurd amount of supplements. You eat so much. You are not supposed to eat that much. You are following a person who is on steroids, and his metabolism, his mechanism of body is absolutely different than a person who is not on steroids or who is not on any kind of PEDs. Do you really think you are you smart enough to understand that you're comparing yourself, a normal person, with someone who is on PEDs? I can name a lot of things. Like I know all the list of things that they take. But again, if I reveal those things, and you are going to use it, so I'm not going to talk about it. So you're comparing your diet. Like I have to eat 6 times a day. I have to have 24/7 the protein synthesis should be going on. It cannot happen. It cannot happen. You're a normal human being. These are abnormal human beings. Understand that. People who are on steroids, they are living an abnormal life. That is not how naturally things should be. So if you're chasing that goal, you're fooling yourself. You're fooling yourself. And if you're fooling yourself, then it is your problem. It is not the problem of the people who are influencing you to do the wrong thing. Why are you getting influenced? Because you're chasing a wrong goal. There are so many fitness influencers in India who are selling crap, and all of them are on steroids. All of them are on steroids. Majority of them. Even if I say 99% of them, I'm not wrong. So if you think, if you're a 16-year-old boy, 17-year-old boy, 20-year-old boy, and you think, oh my God, he has got a solid body at the age of 25. 25 years old fitness influencers are taking PEDs, steroids. Do you understand that a human brain, being a psychologist, let me tell you something very helpful. A human brain, don't think that a human brain gets fully developed the moment you are born. No. On an average, it takes 27 years for your brain to complete the process of development. Please understand this. And the last part of the brain that develops is prefrontal cortex. So And looking at the lifestyle, if I say that it may take more than 27 years nowadays, I'm not wrong. Because the lifestyle, the food habits, the kind of structure that we are in, and the distorted reality that we are in, it may take more than that as well. So if you are taking PEDs, if you're taking steroids before the age of 27 or 25, you have no idea what the hell you are doing to yourself, because prefrontal cortex is very important when it comes to decision making, emotion processing, emotional processings. All of these things are very important, and prefrontal cortex is the reason that helps you take these decisions and helps you build up yourself psychologically. And you are messing around with PEDs. You have no idea. Most of the people, they think that when you take testosterone, I'm not going to tell you about what version of it, but when they think that if someone is on testosterone, he's going to be angry, he's going to be violent, he's going to be aggressive. No, this is incorrect. Yes, violence is one of those, uh, what do you call that, byproduct of it. But here's the thing, testosterone, you know, manifests aggression. When you take it artificially, it manifests aggression. Now, here's the important part, aggression doesn't mean violence, anger. Aggression means something which is happening very rapidly or extremely. So, you might end up having aggressive behavior on different things. It might manifest as an aggressive lifestyle, an aggressive emotional distortion, an aggressive violence, anger, or you can aggressively become more target oriented, or your mentality is going to focus towards something, some one specific thing, and you are going to aggressively go beyond the limits of normal. So that's the reason not everyone becomes angry on testosterone when they take it, because it manifests aggression. But aggression doesn't mean violent or being violent or, or being angry. So people who think that I have seen someone take testosterone all the time and he's being very nice, very cool, and things like that. You don't know them. You don't know them personally to understand in what form their aggression is getting manifested. This, when it comes to this, the emotions, the manifestation of emotions are different. Like it varies from person to person. So, look, it's very simple. If you want to take PEDs, if you want to take steroids, if you want to look like those people, like the professional bodybuilders, then only take that if you are competing, if you want to get into this profession. All right. Otherwise, don't take it. Don't take it to impress a girl. Don't take it to create an image in the society. This is going to cause a lot of problem, shit lot of problem, and you have no idea about it. In what form this is going to manifest, you have no idea about it, because testosterone is a very unpredictable hormone. Please understand that. Through which way, which path, and which direction this is going to give you a major hit, you have no idea. I see 17-year-old, 18-year-old, 20-year-old kids are taking testosterone enanthate. Oh, I shouldn't be taking the name, but anyway. And they become so muscular. Obviously, that's the result of it. But they don't understand that what how dangerous it is. The reason these people don't tell you, because when you are on those PEDs, you become stupidly confident, aggressively confident. I don't care. He is good, she is good, everyone's good, living a good life. So I think I'll also live a good life. I'm not going to manifest any kind of side effects, but observe them what happens to them later on. All the professional bodybuilders, here's the thing, most of the professional bodybuilders, they visit shrinks, they go to psychologists, people who take steroids due to professional, uh, need, or that's kind of an unofficial mandatory thing. All of them go to psychologists to process their emotion and aggression. Nobody is going to tell you that. Why? One, because there's a non disclosure agreement that happens with all the psychologists. They may say that yes, people from this profession come and seek help, but they are not going to disclose the identity. We cannot do that. Right. I have come across a lot of young kids who are on steroids, and I have come across with a lot of people who are facing a midlife crisis. They think that okay, if I build my body, this is going to enhance my what do you call that personality appeal in the market. You are being foolish. Don't do that. Don't do that. Nobody gives a shit if you have a 24-inch bicep. Nobody gives a damn if you have six packs, 10 pack, 8 pack, 1 pack, 3 pack. Nobody. It is you who thinks that okay, if I have 8 packs, then everyone's gonna value me. If I have 6 packs, then everyone is going to value me. This is all in your head. Nobody gives a shit. They might tell you on your face that hey, you look good. That's it. And just because of that stupid compliment, you are destroying your body. And that compliment, the excitement that comes from that compliment is only going to be for 30 seconds, not more than that. Do you realize for 30 seconds you are taking steroids and you're putting your heart in risk? The major problem with steroids is heart. Because I know this might sound like a very common thing that you've heard, but I have to cover this. I have to tell you this. Heart is a muscle. When you take testosterone, when you take you know steroids that enhances your muscle mass, it is just like the steroid, the PEDs that you take. Their purpose is to enter your body and give you a lot of muscle. They don't care which muscle. They don't think like, all right, I have to go everywhere beside the heart. If you think like that, then I don't know, I cannot help you. But steroids don't have a brain that, hey, let's not get there. Let's be everywhere, but not there. Nobody is going to tell you. A lot of celebrities go through a lot of surgeries, a lot of medical, health crisis. They visit these places, but they cover it up by saying, "Oh no, I had an accident. Oh no, I had this problem. Oh no, I had that problem." But majority of the people are facing problem because of these PD reviews. Nobody is going to tell you the truth, my friend. Just because of aesthetics, not even a professional need, you are destroying your body. You're destroying something which is very important to you. And And if you think that you are around people or you are around girls, this is especially to men or boys, if you think that you are around girls or you are around women who only like people with six packs and men with six pack and with a muscular physique, then those are stupid women that you are chasing or that you want to be with. Please understand that you are destroying your body, your physiology, and especially your psychology, your mental state, just for a compliment that is going to last for 5 seconds, 30 seconds maximum, just for an appeal that you need among girls or women should look at you and feel like, oh my god, how sexy it is. What is going to happen to you? What do you think this compliment is going to give you? A random stranger appreciating your body. Do you think just because of that reason you should take steroids? You should chase unrealistic goals? I'm sure, I don't know how many of you are watching me, but people who are watching me, I'm sure they watch a lot of fitness influencers. Those are unreal bodies. Please understand that. That cannot happen without PEDs. Impossible. Absolutely impossible. Because you need to understand you are only following them just because of their looks. I, sir, I am 12 years old. I want an athletic body. Is it possible or not? It is possible. Here's the thing that you need to do. Captain D. Tiriki. Yeah, if I pronounce your ID properly. Here's the thing. What you need to do. I just got a question. First of all, take care of your diet. First. Second, please make your body active. If you are 12 years old, this is your prime time. Though you will have a good metabolism, but if you are, I think you just arrived, watch this live. Okay, watch this live. The starting of this live, I have mentioned one thing. If you want to look good, then it has to be a lifestyle. It is nothing like a pill that you take out of a bottle and you want to look good for a month. You take that pill every day for 30 days, you are looking good, and then once you are off the pill, you start looking dull. So, things that you need to do if you want to have an athletic body. First of all, stop eating junk. Don't go out and eat. 90% of the food that you get outside is full of shit. I'm so sorry. Learn how to cook. One thing. Learn how to cook. You will have a lot of people who make healthy food on YouTube. Follow them. They will give you a lot of lessons. Learn how to cook your food. Okay. Learn first that, and please don't take any kind of testosterone boosters. You are 12, so you've just entered. I mean, you're about to enter teenage. You're almost there. So what you need to do is have a balanced meal, if possible, depending on how active you are. If you're hyperactive, then take a good amount of carbs. Okay. If you're not hyperactive, then don't take that much of carb. Get protein, get good fats. That's it. And do a lot of movements. Just if you want to maintain something, as in like if you want to maintain a good health without going to gym, here's the trick. Drink a lot of water. Do the water calculation. These apps are available on Play Store, or if you're iPhone user, then app stores. uh, get the water calculation app. They will give you the amount of water that you need to drink. Drink that. Okay. Always make a target that you are going to drink this much of water. Let's say mine is like 3 liters every day, but I push myself and I drink somewhere around 4.5 liters every day. So it is up to you. What are your needs according to that? Drink a water. Second, if you don't want to go to gym, if you don't want to invest in gym, then at least walk 10,000 steps every day. There are apps. You don't have to buy a watch. There is an app called Steps. Yeah, Steps that I use. Use that. It is going to tell you how many steps you have covered every day. Use that. 10,000 steps. Drink a lot of water. If you don't have a hyperactive routine, then keep the carbs low. You are going to have a good body. You don't even have to think about anything, as in like you don't have to take any kind of supplements. You don't have to take any kind of uh, enhancing performance enhancing drugs or anything. All you need to do is that. Okay, I'm not going to tell you that eat this protein, eat that protein. Just, sir, I'm doing calisthenic, is it good? Great. Oh my god, this is awesome. This is one of the best thing that you are doing. See, calisthenic is all about, you know, pushing your core strength, your body's own strength. It is like you're pushing your body to an extensive limit without taking any additional weight or any equipments. You're just doing it by yourself. This is the best exercise. If you are doing it, this is the best exercise you are doing. Do that. Do this. Just do this. And drink a lot of water. Keep the carbs down if you don't have a hyper active routine, and then at least walk 10,000 steps. See, the problem with us is the older we get, the older we get, the poor our diet becomes. This is a pattern that I have seen in everyone. Why? In fact, what I suggest is the older you get, your diet should become better. It should become solid. It should become more healthier. Because when you're young, you have a shit ton of metabolism. You drink I mean a can of soda, it'll just burn through in a day, just in few hours. It just burn out. But at the age of 50, 40, if you drink a can of soda, I think it might take several hours for you to burn, or you will end up gaining weight from it. So in terms of metabolism, young kids, they have this at peak level. So even if they take eat extra, they are going to burn it. But gradually, when you grow, when you become older, this is how it is. This is the natural cycle. Your metabolism is going to go down, but you can maintain that. For that, you have to push yourself. You have to tell your body that yes, I'm going to maintain this on a daily basis. I'm going to push myself regularly. So that's a habit that you're building up, and it all starts with your mind. If you build up a mindset, a mindset that is focused on your growth, everything is possible. Build up a character that has the ability to say no to things that are not healthy for you, things that might give you wrong, outcomes, or unfavorable outcomes. Say no to things. Build a character like that, and that is only going to happen if you continue to have a discipline in your life. And All these things that I see on social media, everyone, I can take names, but come on, let's not, make it worse for them. Uh, Even the girls, the fitness influencers, they are also on steroids. They're also on PEDs. Because I know when I look at them, it's an easy giveaway. So, uh, but but the normal guys, the normal people, the people who watch social media, and the content consumer people, they are not aware of that. They don't have the experience of understanding that. So to them, they think this is what it is. This is how I should look if I take creatine. This is how I should be, I should look if I take whey protein. This is how I should look. No, you are chasing an unrealistic goal. Please understand. If you are doing something that is not going to give you the kind of results that you expect to have when you started doing it, then it is going to make you frustrated and you will end up taking PEDs. Most of the kids that I have seen who take these kind of things just because of that. I have been taking a lot of creatine. I have been taking a lot of whey protein. Why it is not working? Why all these things are not penetrating? Because you are insulin resistant. People think that a person who is insulin resistant, he should look, uh, he should look obese. No, even if you are thin, is like skinny fat, you might have insulin resistance. Whenever people think about insulin resistance, they only think about fat people, people who are overweight. No, a normal looking guy, yeah, there are signs that you can easily understand. They will have a pot belly and the love handles and all, even if they're skinny. So they also take a lot of protein, they also take a lot of creatine, they also take this and that. This is not going to happen. Nothing is going to help you. So I'm not saying don't take these proteins and all. Creatine, the things that I have used three things. One is protein, whey protein. I don't rely on it. But the last time I bought was whey protein. I bought it in the month of February, and then I used it for it lasted for 3 months. Okay, it had 30 scoops. It lasted for 3 to 4 months, 3.5 months to be precise. And then I did not use it because I am getting my food, protein from my food. That's it. You don't need a protein powder to make your body, to build your muscle. Get the protein from, please go for non-vegetarian food source. Plant-based protein have poor absorption rate. Fitness influencers are not going to tell you that. Okay. Plant-based protein, it doesn't have a good absorption rate. So if you're chasing that goal and you're using these things, you're not going to have a good outcome. Please understand that. And take this, what do you call that? Creatine. Creatine is a very important thing. It is actually a miracle supplement. It works. But if you're insulin resistant, it will not work. It will just draw water. It will not do the magic, the kind of magic that you want. For that, there are a lot of videos on YouTube. Go ahead and watch that. How to, you know, fix insulin resistance if you are insulin resistant. How to fix it. Follow that process first. Once you have broken that cycle or once you have broken that state, then start following a good routine, good amount of protein, good amount of good fats, and depending on your lifestyle, your activity level, take carbs, and also take creatine, see what happens. All the supplements are going to work if you are not insulin resistant. So, first, if you want to chase a target, go ahead and take care of your insulin resistance. Fix that first. There are a lot of videos on YouTube. Check that. But please, not fitness influencers. Some doctors, there are a lot of doctors. Go ahead and check them out. There is a doctor called Dr. Eric Berg. Check his videos on insulin resistance. Okay, and there's another Berg guy, Dr. Berg, I don't remember. Check them. They're going to help you break this insulin resistance state. Once you are done with that, then set up a goal and then take these supplements. Watch what happens. Comment back that it worked. It will work. It will definitely work. This is how it has worked for people who went under trials, on research, on experiment. That while they were making these drugs, or sorry, supplements, they tried it on uh, uh, what do you call that? Human experiments, as in like trials. Why did it work for them? Because it worked with them. They were not insulin resistant. So that's the simple thing you need to understand. I've always seen people are insulin resistant and they are complaining that creatine doesn't seem to work, protein is not working, citrulline is not working, this and that is not working. Everyone will only tell you one thing: pre workout seems to be working. Because pre workout is caffeine, right? So caffeine will work whether you are insulin resistant or not. Caffeine will always work. Close your eyes and use it, and it is going to work. But the rest of the supplements, it doesn't work. Why? Because you're insulin resistant. Just you want to experience the magic. First, break that insulin resistance. Once you achieve that, once it is broken, then take these supplements. Then build up a good high protein rich diet. Make a protein rich diet. And please understand, you don't have to eat 6 times a day, 7 times a day, 3 times a day. No. Eat when you are hungry. There's another interesting point that I'm telling you. People who are telling you that you have to eat 6 meals a day, 3 meals a day. These are, yes, yes, yes. Please tell me. Ask me what you want to ask so that I can continue. Let me continue what I'm trying to say. Uh, can you ask me what you want to ask by the time you type it? Yeah. So, 6 times a day. People who eat 6 times a day with a lot of, just a moment. Sir, I'm suffering from porn addiction. How do I get rid of it? It's too difficult. This is a topic that I cannot cover here. This deserves a different session altogether. I know it is not just you. There are a lot of people who are suffering this. And I end up meeting these people, like young kids, young people, and in fact, not just young kids and young people, 50-year-old, 40-year-old, late 40s, early 40s. They are also suffering from this. So, look, let me tell you something. If your target is to suppress an addiction, you're never going to be successful. It can be any kind of addiction, any kind of addiction, name any. If your goal is to suppress it, then you are never going to be successful. If you want to get rid of any kind of addiction, First, you have to understand what you are doing, what is the need of it. You are a teenager, so right now, you are actually going through a phase wherein you will have these kind of urges. So my best advice is don't suppress it. See, masturbation, obviously, if you are addicted to porn, you don't just watch porn for the heck of it. You watch porn because you want to get pleasure out of it, right? The main thing is don't make it a routine. If you want to do it daily, do it. But don't do it every time. Once, okay. Once a day, okay. But you have to understand if it is going more than once, then you need to visit someone because you're getting constant dose of dopamine once you are doing that, or getting a lot of satisfaction out of it. And most of the times I have seen people who are addicted to something, their routine is bad. They have a very bad routine. Their activity level is very low. Okay. So if you have a bad activity, the one who asked me a question, as in like you if you don't have a good, sir, it doesn't have any long-term effects on my future self. It does have. Look, see, any kind of addiction has a long-term effect on your future. I cannot tell you a lie. It is going to have. It is definitely going to have. But my friend, masturbation is not a crime. And a teenager masturbating a lot, definitely not a crime. But please understand, porn is something that is going to, give you a push you to a state of mind wherein it will keep on poking you and telling you, come for more, come for more, come for more. This is where the addiction begins. So, obviously, virtual pleasure, and see, this is synthetic. This pleasure is synthetic, this is artificial. So, you have to be very conscious about how you are using it. I'm going to tell you again, masturbation is not a crime. It is not a sin. It is nothing bad. But anything of too much is absolutely bad. Even if you drink too much of water, it is bad for you. Too much of anything and everything is bad for you. Now, your issue is if you identify yourself to be doing the same thing more than once or twice a day, and if in your routine, if you are investing a majority of time doing that, you have to meet an expert. You have to get some counseling. Otherwise, uh, see how we build up habits. If you keep on doing things on a daily basis, if you do something constantly, your mind registers it. That's okay. Yeah, that's a fine routine that you have. I don't think it's some kind of an addiction. See, I'll tell you, you're thinking too much. You're young, so if you're doing it, good, no problem. Okay, don't think too much. Okay, don't build up an unnecessary awareness. Am I doing it too much? Am I doing it too bad? No. You do it, don't think too much. See, our problem is when we do something, and especially when we do something that is natural. If we use a lot of unnecessary mindfulness, this is going to make you think that you are doing something wrong, or you're doing something more than you should do. So it's perfect. But if it goes beyond, if it is consumed, see how to understand addiction, any kind of addiction. If it is eating up your time, a lot of time, most of your time, consider it as addiction. If you cannot live without it, I mean, not a single day goes by without doing it, any kind of addiction, then you are addicted. In these cases, you need counseling. And please go to a good expert. Okay. So, coming back to my topic, you don't have to eat 6 meals a day. Who needs that? People who are on anabolic steroids, because they have pushed some PEDs, steroids on their body, in their body, and that is doing the protein synthesis constantly, and for that they need protein constantly. That's why, hence those 6 meals, 5 meals, 2000 calories, 3000 calories to bulk up to do this. So understand that it's a very simple thing. You don't have to eat so much. If your total expenditure is daily expenditure is 2000, if your BMR is 2000, then total expenditure must be somewhere around 2600. So all you need to gain muscle, to build little muscle, you need to take, if it is 26, total expenditure is 26 calories or 2600 calories, you just need to have 27 or 2800 calories. That's it, not more than that. You don't have to constantly eat. At the moment, if you don't eat anything, your muscles gonna go to waste. Don't do that. So my, अच्छा आप हिंदी बोलते हो? बहुत बढ़िया. आप इंडिया से हो? हाँ, तो तो सो प्लीज डोंट ये सब मत करो. ठीक है? Don't do all these things. Don't chase unrealistic goals. Never. देखो, सिंपल सी बात है. If you want to have something in your life, always check realities. If I want to be somewhere, suppose if I want to be at a location, you have to understand the travel plan, and then only you can end up being there. Just don't end up imagining things that I have thought of going there and I am manifesting, I am being there, I am this and that, it is going to happen anyway. Don't do that. Action is missing. So, if you want to build a body, then always first understand what is it, or how does it look when someone is building muscles or someone is building a body without taking steroids. Those are going to be your influencers, those are going to be your idol. Those are the kind of idols that you need to follow. Those are the kind of people that you need to follow. If you are planning to build your body and you imagine yourself as Chris Bumstead, that's an unrealistic goal, my friend. Never on earth you're going to become like Chris Bumstead without taking steroids. 99% of people join gym thinking of that. They think that I'm going to take shit ton of protein, shit ton of creatine, shit ton of this, that, and all the supplements in the world, and I will end up coming out of the gym as Arnold Schwarzenegger or any Mr. Olympia. And influencers who are telling you that, that it is possible. I'm sorry. Unrealistic goal वो आपको बेवकूफ बना रहे हैं. They are making you fool because they think that you are. So don't do that. Don't do that. And please understand, too much of unrealistic goals are only going to disappoint you. That's the purpose of it. वही है भैया. Don't expect anything else to come to you. If you have an unrealistic goal, it is never going to meet your expectations. It is never going to give you a satisfaction. You will end up getting frustrated. And nobody is going to tell you that. Not a single fitness influencer is going to tell you that. So please understand. Please understand. This is your life. Realistic goal rakho. Have realistic goals and watch what happens. I'm not saying don't follow these fitness influencers. Follow. But please understand, वो जो इनका physique है ना, वो real नहीं है. ये 50-60 साल की उम्र में कुछ celebrities है ना जो six pack निकाल के घूम रहे हैं, that is unrealistic, my friend. किसी भी डॉक्टर को पकड़ो और पूछो, किसी भी medical professional को पकड़ो और पूछो. Don't invest your, I mean, yeah, it is your time. You can invest your time watching these people, but don't think that you are going to become like them. It is absolutely an unreal thing that you are chasing. By the end of the day, we only observe people and we only follow them because somewhere down here, either we want to be like them or or we imagine themselves in their place. And that's a subconscious game that is happening in our brain, in our mind, rather say. And we cannot understand that. That's why we end up liking someone. So please understand, have see, if you understand the reality, you are never going to be disappointed. And you're always going to have solid goals. All right. Just don't chase rainbows. Meaningless things. A shit ton of things are going on social media. But please understand, social media is a constructed reality. No, you don't have to, that's okay. You don't have to share. You don't have to share anything. I gave you a clarity. Work on it. But understand one thing. Uh, there are a lot of people available online, but always get some genuine ones. Okay. Don't end up, you know, being a customer to a businessman. Okay. इंडिया में बहुत सारे ऐसा है साइकोलॉजिस्ट्स जो 500-500 रुपए में 300-300 रुपए में काउंसलिंग सेशंस करवाते हैं. उनसे बच के रहो. आई एम श्योर यू अंडरस्टैंड हिंदी, सो इसलिए मैं हिंदी में बोल रहा हूँ. उनसे बच के रहो. अच्छे खासे साइकोलॉजिस्ट के पास जाओ, लेकिन मुझे लगता नहीं है तुम्हें ज़रूरी है. कि तुम बेकार का सोच रहे हो मेरे दोस्त. ठीक है. This is a normal behavior that you have in your age, but only understand one thing. The thing that you need to understand is, if this is consuming a good amount of time from your daily routine, then it needs a concern. Then it is a concern actually. Then it needs an attention. Okay. Otherwise, don't. It is a good thing. Just ज़्यादा सोचो मत. बहुत ज़्यादा सोच रहे हो तुम. ठीक है. रूटीन को लाओ. रूटीन को लाओ. रूटीन लाओ. एक रूटीन आ जाएगा ना जब तुम्हारा बॉडी खुद अपने आप थक जाएगा. Then you don't have to end up you know uh, practicing any kind of addiction for pleasure. सो ये सिंथेटिक रियलिटी है, तो उसको समझो, सब ठीक होगा। इतना ज़्यादा सोचो मत। यू आर अ टीनेजर, तुमको अच्छा सोचना है और तुमको प्रैक्टिकल सोचना है और यू शुड हैव रियल गोल्स, दैट्स इट। ओके, एंड स्टॉप वाचिंग कंटेंट दैट आर टेरिफाइंग यू। सोशल मीडिया का तो यही मेन कंसर्न है ना, यही मतलब एक पिलर है सक्सेस का। अगर उनको इंस्पायर नहीं कर सकते हो तो उसको डराओ, अल्टीमेटली मेरे पास आएगा। तो ये बकवास चीज़ें मत देखो, जो बोल रहा है कि अ, अ, ये खराब है, वो खराब है, ऐसा है, खराब है, वैसा खराब है। बस इसको आइडेंटिफ़ाई करो, खराब है, बहुत कुछ चीज़ें खराब है, लेकिन उसे तुम्हें समझना होगा इंटेंसिटी क्या है। मेडिकल साइंस तो ये भी बोलता है कि भैया दारू पी सकते हो, लेकिन कितना बोलता है? मेडिकल साइंस बोलता है 10 एमएल, 20 एमएल पी सकते हो डेली। लोग कितना पीते हैं? एक पौवा लगा लेते हैं। कोई-कोई आधा आधा बॉटल पी जाता है। मतलब समवेयर अराउंड, मतलब पीता नहीं हूँ यार, कितना होगा आधा बॉटल? 500 एमएल का आता है क्या? पता नहीं। चलो 400 एमएल लगा लो। सोचो कितना एक्सेसिवली पी रहे हैं वो लोग। सो टू मच ऑफ एनीथिंग इज़ बैड। It can be porn, it can be masturbation, it can be cigarette, it can be anything. But cigarette, boss, is single cigarette is terrible. But anyway, so don't think too much, and please have good inspirations, good influences. बहुत सारे हैं, बस उसको देखना शुरू करो। और एक छोटा सा टिप, जो ज़्यादा ग्लैमरस दिखता है ना, गुरु घंटाल चीज़ है भाई, क्योंकि ये एक साइकोलॉजिकल फैक्ट है, ठीक है? पीपल हुज़ कंटेंट, मतलब उसका जो अंदर का जो कैरेक्टर है, वो अगर ज़्यादा अच्छा नहीं होता है ना, तो उसको सज-संवर के उसका एस्थेटिक अपील ज़्यादा ही होगा हमेशा। यूट्यूब में बहुत सारे ऐसे गुरु हैं, जो एस्थेटिक को बिना फ़ॉलो करके बहुत सारे यूज़फुल कंटेंट अपलोड करते हैं, उनको ढूँढो, वो तुम्हारे काम आएँगे। वो तुमको यहाँ से लेके ना वहाँ तक पहुँचा देंगे, ठीक है? और ये सब डिग्रियाज़ मत देखो कि किसके पास डॉक्टरेट है, कौन डॉक्टर है, ये है, वो है, सब बिज़नेस में लगे हुए हैं यूट्यूब में। आई एम ओनली टॉकिंग टू माय इंडियन citizens, because YouTube has taken a different route altogether in India. अब तो ऐसे-ऐसे भयंकर फालतू के पॉडकास्ट आने लगे हैं, जो लोगों को ज्ञान तो कम दे रहा है, उनको डरा और कन्फ्यूज़ कर रहा है। डरा ज़्यादा रहा है और कन्फ्यूज़ ज़्यादा कर रहा है। उनसे बचो भाई, औ से बचो। ये जो औ क्रिएट कर रहा है ना, अरे भैया ये तो देखना है, ये तो बहुत भयंकर है। इन सब चीज़ों से बचो। बहुत बच्चे आते हैं मेरे पास, जब मैं उनको उनसे उनके साथ बातें करता हूँ, उनको एनालाइज़ करता हूँ ना, तभी मुझे पता चलता है कि 90% ऑफ द क्रैप उनके दिमाग में जो भरा हुआ है ना, वो ये यूट्यूब से भरा हुआ है। नो, नो, नो। नो, नो, नो। यू आर अ ह्यूमन बीइंग, कम ऑन। यू आस्क मी अ क्वेश्चन, ये बकवास चीज़ है। यू आर अ मैन, यू आर सपोज्ड टू बी अट्रैक्टेड टू वुमेन। तुमको तो एब्नॉर्मल होना पड़ेगा, अगर इफ यू आर नॉट अट्रैक्टेड। देखो तुम जिसकी बात कर रहे हो ना, फोकस की, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट थिंग। मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, तुम एक रूटीन इम्प्लीमेंट करो, और जब करने का मन नहीं करता है तो उसको दबा के करो रूटीन। Once you do the routine for 20 days, minimum 21 days, वन को छोड़ो 20 दिन तक कर लो, मतलब 2-3 हफ्ते चला दो, then see what happens to your focus. Okay, this is a stupid thing that people say that uh, uh, लड़कियां नर्क का द्वार है। अरे भैया, अगर आप खुद में कंट्रोल नहीं है, तो इसमें लड़कियों का क्या दोष दे के फायदा, बताओ? कंट्रोल खुद होता है ना, कंट्रोल इज अ सेल्फ डेवलप्ड थिंग, जस्ट लाइक होप। होप भी एक सेल्फ मैन्युफैक्चर्ड थिंग है। जो जो कौन आर्टिस्ट बेच रहा है ना सोशल मीडिया में, जो आपको होप दे रहा है और आप खरीद रहे हो ना, वो गलत है। क्योंकि वो स्कैम है, क्योंकि होप तो अंदर से निकलता है। ये लाइफ कोच वाला वाले लोग आपको क्या ₹1000 के टिकट में होप दे रहा है, वो होप ही नहीं है, वो बिलीफ है। बिलीफ और होप में बहुत डिफरेंस है इन दोनों में। तो इफ यू आर अ मैन एंड यू आर अट्रैक्टेड टू वुमेन, इट्स अ नॉर्मल थिंग। एंड इफ यू आर ऑलवेज लॉस्ट इन द थॉट, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, अगर आपको वो आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि भैया जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, क्या वो मेरा पूरा टाइम खा रहा है? अगर वो हो रहा है, देन यू नीड काउंसलिंग। एज़ अ मैन इफ यू आर थिंकिंग अबाउट वुमेन, और ये जो होता है ना, लड़के लड़कियाँ ताड़ते हैं, लड़कियाँ भी लड़कों को ताड़ते हैं, ये कोई गलत बात नहीं है। ये नॉर्मल बिहेवियर है। दिस इज़ हाउ टेस्टोस्टेरोन एंड एस्ट्रोजन वर्क्स। यही तो एक अट्रैक्शन है, प्राइमरी पिलर है, तो ये होगा ही। इसमें अगर आप ज़्यादा गंभीर हिसाब से सोचने लगो और कुछ कुछ है, आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू टेक ऑल दोज़ नेम्स, वो उन सब चीज़ों ने ऐसा एक दिमाग में ऐसा एक कुछ घुसा दिया है कि भाई ये पाप है, ये गलत है, ऐसा नहीं है भैया। तुम मर्द हो, तुम औरत ढूँढोगे, तुम औरत हो, तुम मर्द ढूँढोगे, ठीक है? इसमें और सोचने की वाली बात क्या है? हाँ, इफ दैट इज़ गोइंग बियॉन्ड, देन यू नीड काउंसलिंग। देन यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड, चौबीसों घंटे अगर तुम्हारे दिमाग में नशा करना है, लड़कियां घूमती रहती है, ये है वो है, देन यू नीड टू वर्क ऑन योर रूटीन। सी, मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द टाइम्स आई हैव सीन, लोगों का प्रॉब्लम यही है, उनके लाइफ में रूटीन नहीं है, एक स्ट्रिक्ट रूटीन नहीं है, इसलिए वो बकवास की तरफ चले जाते हैं। प्रायोरिटीज जो शब्द है ना, वो तभी जाके लोगों को समझ में आता है जब वो एक रूटीन फॉलो करते हैं। बिना रूटीन के आप प्रायोरिटी को कभी नहीं समझ पाओगे। अंडरस्टैंड दैट। हर किसी को मैंने देखा है जो मानसिक रोग से मानसिक मानसिक पीड़ा में है ना, आई एंड अप फाइंडिंग दे हैव नो रूटीन इन देयर लाइफ, डिसिप्लिन नहीं है उनमें। इसीलिए वो इधर-उधर चले जाते हैं और नॉनसेंस खाते हैं, नॉनसेंस कंपनी रखते हैं, फिर यहाँ-वहाँ से उनका हालत खराब हो जाता है। तो एक रूटीन मेंटेन करो। एनीथिंग, सी, इफ यू हैव गोल्स, यू मस्ट हैव अ रूटीन। एंड अनदर थिंग, every kind of routine has a type too, ठीक है? सो आई विल मूव नाउ। मेरा रूटीन चल रहा है, तो मेरा टाइम अभी खाना खाने का है, तो गुड नाइट करना है मुझे, सोना भी है जल्दी। सो डोंट चेज़ अनरियलिस्टिक गोल्स in terms of workout and gym and bodybuilding, and please get a routine, make a routine, ठीक है? And don't think too much, just make a routine, make a healthy routine, have realistic goals, don't follow झूठ, you will end up becoming better. Good night.